Yo, what is good, yo? It's your boy Top back here with another video. First things first, I want to apologize for my voice. Kind of being a little bit shot because I did stream for 40 straight hours over the weekend. Now, my brother did help me out, but still, I was live for at least 60% of that. So at least like 24 to 25 hours of those 40 hours I was streaming. So my voice is a little bit shot. So guys, that is why I'm going to be sounding like this. Also, why I shaved and did get a haircut is because we did have a subathon and those were some of the goals, guys. But today, what video we're going to be going over today is kind of the lineup that I used in the 250k tournament. Now, I noticed some of you guys did know that I did qualify for the 250k tournament. Ended up losing in the final 8 on the PlayStation side to a very good player in JayCanada in a very close game. And I know DBG did create kind of this lineup that the 250k champion used. But I'm going to be going over my personal lineup, the lineup that I ran in the 250k tournament. And guys, kind of my thought process going into that tournament, and really I'm going to play a game with that team and see where the team that I ran stands now. Guys, without further ado, let's hop right into the video. So yeah, the 250k tournament did happen at the end of January, so a lot of these newer cards were not out yet. But guys, this card, if I would have known how to use Ben Simmons properly, would have been the best card in the game. With the new dribble glitching tween, this card would have been absolutely elite. He's still not bad in the game. The one thing that hurts him is his 65 3 ball, but if you put a good coach, good shoot, and have floor general, that gets boosted pretty decent. But Ben Simmons is very, very good. 6'10". He does have a low three-point rating, but look at his defense. 95 speed for that era was just absolutely ridiculous. Also, has an 89 lateral quickness. Hopping into the badges here, 29 gold badges, 11 on Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame acrobat, quick for his step deals or downhill contact finisher. Hall of Fame interceptor as well. A lot of great cards nowadays don't even have Hall of Fame interceptors, so that's a very good badge as well. 29 gold badges, including pick dodger, clamps, intimidators. You guys know the badges are so different now than they were back then, but he also has that gold quick draw. So this card obviously isn't a great shooter, but attacking the rim, now I know, the tween, the Pro 8 tween, with the dribble glitch, he's going to be absolutely crazy now. But you guys got to remember, back when 250k happened, nobody knew about the really dribble glitching all the way up and down the court, the new and improved 5 out. Nobody knew any of that. So that was all kind of new to everybody. And if somebody would have known that back then, things would have been a lot different. But Ben Simmons was the starting point guard that I ran. Is there ever a doubt the starting shooter guard I ran and almost everybody ran was Peak Diamond Tracy McGrady for his time? You guys also got to remember the behind the back got patched 3 days before 250k. So the dribble move that really made a lot of, I shouldn't say made a lot of us, the dribble move that we all kind of relied on to create our offense got taken out. And so we all had to kind of adjust. And T-Mac was hard to really adjust to for me because I didn't play like Pro-Am. I didn't know a ton of other dribble moves, and defense was my main thing. But with his behind the back, he was the single most best player in the game. It wasn't even close. 96 3 ball, 97 driving dunk, 96 ball handle. Absolutely incredible on the defense end. 96 speed and a 97 lateral quickness. Like I said, for this time, the single most best player in the game. No doubt about it. It wasn't even close. 18 Hall of Fame badges. He did have that Hall of Fame range. Hall of Fame clamps as well. Like I said, just so ahead of his time. Gold interceptor. Also had gold range extender, or gold quick draw. He had Hall of Fame range, gold quick draw. Which it's hard to adjust now back to his Pink Diamond T-Mac, but at this time, he was absolutely incredible. Now, the small forward position was interesting because I was one of the few people that ran this Galaxy Opal Grant Hill card because his release is absolutely awful. He still has, since I didn't Evo him, and that gold steady shooter, which a lot of people couldn't stand. But going into this, I was like defense, defense, defense. And as you guys can tell, Ben Simmons, T-Mac, and Grant Hill are all pretty good defenders. And you guys will see at my backup shooting guard, I went with defense as well. 6'8", 93 3 ball, 98 driving dunk, good ball handle. Defensively, 95 speed with a 98 lateral quickness. Now, if I'd have known enough about the steal tendency back then, it wouldn't really matter. Because Grant Hill still has a 78 all-ball steal tendency, which is very, very impressive, guys. This is just kind of a weird card overall. 52 total badges, but 3 of them are on silver. Just a weird card, like I said. But he wasn't bad. Defensively, he was very good. Hall of Fame clamps, focus stick interceptor. He did have that gold range center and also gold steady shooter. But the thing is, it's just like his dribble sigs were absolutely terrible. So he was definitely just a cone. Basically, he would guard the best offensive player, and that was his main job. It really was. At the starting power forward position, I ended up running a card that basically everybody ran, and that is Pink Diamond Giannis. This card was very, very good. Now his release was, something that I wasn't that great with at the time. You guys got, like I said, you guys got to remember, everything was just so much different when the behind the back got taken out. If I would have known how to dribble glitch with Giannis in his behind the back, I might have ran my offense through him. It would have just been so much different. 6'11". With my shoe, he did have an 82 3-ball. With the coach, and floor general, you can get that up even close to 90. 95 driving dunk, 86 ball handle. Defensively, 95 speed with a 92 lateral quickness. On-ball steal tendency is a 50, so not very good in that department. But like I said, these cards are just weird with the bronze and silver badges. 10 Hall of Fame badges. All of them are basically slashing badges, except that Hall of Fame clamps as well. 32 gold badges. A lot of defensive badges, as well as that gold quick draw. But he didn't have any sort of range, anything like that. But he was one of the best cards out at this time. The next card, the center I started, was Galaxy Opal D-Rob. Now, obviously, I evoed him up, so everything's going to be boosted. But basically, a summary of this card is he couldn't handle the ball at all. He had a decent release, but he did have steady shooters. So, on the defensive end, he was absolutely incredible. The 7'1", big player model. I like this card. I really like this card a lot. He did what he had to do. Now, that steady shooter did hurt him quite a bit. And I'm not even going to go over the badges because it's so different. I think he had 43 total badges, maybe 20 to 23 on Hall of Fame. Don't know exactly, but he was very, very good at the center position. Backup point guard was interesting. It got very interesting because 3 days before the tournament, I wasn't planning on running Diamond Ben Simmons. I really wasn't. I really wasn't. Then the behind the back got taken out, and I'm not going to lie to you. Ben Simmons was going to be in my lineup, but he wasn't going to start. I was going to probably start Derrick Rose, Penny Hardaway, maybe even Tony Parker. And then the behind the back got taken out of the game, and I was like, okay, where do I go now? And then I went with my two best slashers, and Derrick Rose and Ben Simmons. Derrick Rose, deep hash, you guys know about it. He was very good at that. 6'3", 93 pointer, 98 driving dunk, great ball handle. Defensively, he was okay. 99 speed, 92 lateral quickness. If you put him on a cone, he was just fine. Also had an 84 on-ball steal tendency, was pretty good as well. 13 Hall of Famers, 31 gold badges. He did have gold quick draw, gold range extender, as well as gold clamps. A ton of Hall of Fame finishing badges, though. I really did like this Derrick Rose card. Now, when we're looking at the backup shooting guard, here's where it got interesting for me. Because I had to choose between Galaxy Opal Ray Allen, Brandon Roy, or the new Pink Diamond Kawhi that was released. And I went with the Pink Diamond Kawhi because I said to myself, defense is where I'm going to be able to win this thing. So I went with the best defender out of them. Now, I still did play Brandon Roy a little bit, but Kawhi was my go-to. 6'7", 93 ball, 86 driving dunk. But look at his defensive stats. 90 speed, 97 lateral quickness. On-ball steal tendency was in 80, so that was very good as well. Badge-wise, he had Hall of Fame catch and shoot, tireless defender, Hall of Fame pickpocket, pick dodger, intimidator, clamps, interceptor. So he was ahead of his time on the defensive end. He did have gold quick draw and gold range extender as well. But like I said, he was just kind of that cone type player as well. I mean, that's really what he was good for. Now, another player for his time that almost everybody used, I used in 250K, was Pink Diamond Larry Bird. If you know anything about Jomar, he used this card as well. 6'9", 97 3-ball. 86 ball handle. I mean, the thing that hurt this card was his speed. He had an 85 speed, but if you put a speed shoe, which I had, and a coach, it gets into the low to mid 90s, so that wasn't that big of a deal, especially with that 95 lateral quickness. Steal tendency, which was an 81. So on the defensive end, he was ahead of his time. If I'd have known that, I might not have played Kawhi. Just for the sole fact that most people run their offense through one player. In fact, JayCanada kind of did that. He just ran that pick and roll that a lot of people do. If I do that, I might plug Brandon Roy in here to give me a little bit more offense. Even maybe plug Kawhi in here for Grant Hill and not run Grant Hill at all. But Larry Bird was incredible. He really, really was. He did have Hall of Fame range, Hall of Fame quick draw, and was very good on the defensive end as well. It's crazy to even go back and use. These cards are still good. They're outdated, I will say that, but they are still very, very good. Now, the next card that I used in 250K, most people didn't use this card. And I'm going to explain why I used him. 6'10", 88 3-ball, 90 driving dunk, 86 ball handle. Look at his defensive stats. Everything is so balanced. The one thing that hurt this card was his speed. But like I said, you can get that in the upper 80s when you run D'Antoni and get him a speed shoe. But at 6'10", he was incredible. He had 40 gold badges and 7 Hall of Fame badges, but the 40 gold badges was very, very important. He had one of the most badge counts out of anybody at this time, And even though most of them, almost all of them were gold, he still had those badges. I loved his release. And so I was one of the rare players who loved this Lamar Odom card. But yeah, like I said, everything's basically on gold. He's going to have gold clamps, gold range, gold quick draw, all of this. But just look at all these gold badges. He was ahead. I like this card a lot. I'm not going to say he was ahead of his time, but I was one of the few players that ran Diamond Lamar Odom. Now, the center position was rough at this time. It was very, when I mean very rough, I mean very rough. It really was. I ended up playing Pink Diamond Bill Russell. Mostly everybody did, but I did not love the card. 6'10", had a good 3-ball, he did. But he couldn't handle the ball at all. He was a pick and pop defensive type guy. 91 speed with the 86 lateral quickness. He was a good defender. There's no getting around that. But you know, he wasn't that good. He truly, honestly wasn't that good. 17 Hall of Famers, 24 gold badges. As you guys can see, defensively he was incredible. Gold clamps. But there's not going to be any sort of range. No range. He did have gold quick draw. You know, gold catch and shoot, but no range. But I could green pretty consistently with this Bill Russell card at the time. And so this was my 10-man rotation that I really ran. And the next guy I used probably the most was this Galaxy Open Brandon Roy card. Plugged him in, and then the other guys I had in my lineup was unevoed. This was not an evoed Penny Hardaway. Didn't ever really use him because, you know, the behind the back was out of the game. And Ray Allen. So this was really my lineup going into it. I just thought, you know, defense. If you look up and down my lineup, I got a lot of height out here. The only guy under 6'7" on the court was Derrick Rose. And I had a lot of height. Played pretty good defense. But all it came down to was I wasn't very good offensively at the time. Especially with the behind the back being taken out 3 days before. Offensively, I was in an absolute box. So that's kind of the lineup I ran. Without further ado, let's see what my 250K squad that I ran late January could do against some of the best squads in my team Unlimited. Let's hop right into an Unlimited gameplay. Like I said, let's see what my 250K squad can do against a guy running Blake Griffin at point guard, Chris Stapps at shooting guard, and GOAT Kareem at center. And there's two other like this lineup he's running costs probably 6 mil to 7 mil MT. I mean, it really does. Just his starting lineup. And we're up against my squad. So, this will be very interesting. Let's hop right into it. Like I said, I put Grant Hill on the opponent's best players, and then I move and groove. And like I said, defensively, I mean, I didn't know what settings to run anyway either. I mean, I was kind of all over the place with my settings, everything like that. It was just, if I'd have known as much now as I you know, everything, I didn't mean to throw that. Everything just has changed so much. He's running his own, man. You're running his own. And can I hop step Grant Hill, please? But yeah, Tracy McGrady was the best player for that era. He really was. You know, he got a little patched with that behind the back nerf. But he was still absolutely incredible. T-Mac Green. Like I said, he's probably going to be my leading scorer in this game. But yeah, if he runs his zone, it's probably going to get fried. Yep, back to T-Mac. You guys know what it is. When T-Mac gets the rock, it's over with if he's open. Here it is. Grant Hill's broken jump shot, but he greens lightly. That's what I like to see. Big, steady shooter badge. It was a lot harder for me to get in the lane, stuff like that. Not that anybody ran his own. I'm just saying. Everything that I'm doing now, I wasn't doing then. Hop step. Grant ski. Up to Giannis. Giannis with no range. Yup. I know I don't have a lot of range out here right now. That's a missile. Come on, Grant. That's the thing. That gold steady shooter is a killer. Plus, he has a bad release in general. So, I can't even tell if I'm greening or not. But look at Giannis lurking. Yes, sir. Giannis with the big time lurk. Yup. That's the only guy I got right now is T-Mac. Because Lamar has that glitchy behind the back, decent tween. And he had range extender. This Lamar Odom was good. And is still decent enough to run in this game. Gransky, yes sir. Look at Grant Hill moving and grooving. Imagine this guy's team name being reset record. I'm running my 250K squad. And I promise you, I'm not going to be the one resetting my record. Bilski. Over to Larry. Larry. Shoot it, Larry. Green me. Yes, sir. Look at Larry Legend. For the Derrick. Green. There is no way that's slightly late, man. I wonder if Derek has Hall of Fame quick draw. See, I don't even know. Get up to Bilski. Bilski, do your thing. Yes, sir. That's the defense we love. See, and that's something, you know, that I needed to do in 250 is get turnovers, and I didn't. And that's what hurt me. That's really what hurt me. Because if I can get turnovers and run, my offense looks just fine. Back to Derek. Hop step. Good. Kawhi time. Yes, sir. Kawhi Leonard was built differently back then. He was just a perfect 3-and-D guy to add to your squad. That's a steal. Yes, sir, Derek. Yes, sir, Derek. Relax. Another green light from Kawhi with that gold, quick draw gold range. Cornell 24 has had enough. Let's hop into one more unlimited game to see how my 250k squad can play. Hopping into the next game, this guy, yeah, I just not sure about his lineup, but he does have, you know, KD, Paul Pierce, Bird, Cowens, and Yao Ming. He's trying to 5-man lineup glitch, but my 250k squad will take care of that. I don't even know what I can say to that. Like, wow. Like I said, this with Ben Simmons wasn't happening pre-250. Nobody was doing this. You know, you got the ball to Tracy McGrady and you let him work. That's really what happened. And so let's do that. Let's get the ball to Tracy and let Tracy work. Because that's what was happening pre-250. It was all Tracy McGrady's world. And we were all just really living in it. Look at Giannis. Yes, sir. Giannis will always be great. Always and forever, man. Giannis, you always have a special place in my heart, man. You really, really will. Look at Ben, though, man. That's why he was out there, man. That is why Ben Simmons was out there, to make plays like that. Because he was just so over-athletic. Good shot. You know, offense isn't always easy with this squad, but most of the time I can get it done. Or thank you, Gransky run. Over to T-Mac. Greeny. Yes, sir. Tracy McGrady. This goal quick draw, I got used to it pretty quickly. I don't know if I've not greened a shot with Tracy. And that's what it used to really be for everybody. Tracy was that much better than the rest. Look at D-Rob in the lanes. Up to Tracy. Hey, Tracy with the 360 dunk. And we are up 9 points right now. Creamy. Yes, sir. Grant Hill's still doing his thing. Nothing I can really do about that. Get Giannis the rock. Hop step. Yes, sir, Giannis. See, everything's so much easier now that the dribble glitching's a thing, and you know the cheesy animations. But like I said, everybody was so dependent on that behind the back that really, before that, nobody did anything they're doing now. And so that was really the big switch up 3 days prior to this game. You know, that was really the switch up that caused this community just to go crazy as Tracy McGrady gets another green light to go. I'm watching Yao Ming try to do his thing out here. Like, I'm sorry, but Yao Ming isn't gonna do his thing. Not when I got Tracy, man. Pink Diamond Tracy is moving right now. We had 27 points in a quarter. I don't think I had 27 points and a half in the 250k tournament, but we are moving and grooving right now. The point guard position was pretty weak. You know, if you like to move around screens, you had to either do it with Tracy or a guy like Gilbert Arenas, Pink Diamond, or, you know, guys like that. And it was tough. Good defense, y'all. Defense, get it to D-Rob. D-Rob with a slam. Yes, sir. We're up 19 points now. Giannis, play the lanes. Yes, sir. Hop step. Out to Tracy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, we're cooking right now. We're up 22 points. Tracy with another 3. But like I said, I could not dribble like I can now. Because everything was behind the back for me. And I had 3 days to get ready. And I was trying to, you know, do college at the same time. It was tough for me. But look at Tracy. He's got 23 points. This guy's whole team has 15. So it's kind of a tough situation for the guy I'm playing right now. I'm so tired of defending post hooks. And I'm sure you guys are so tired of watching them. So let's get the ball to Tracy. Yes, sir, Tracy. Nobody stepping up. Easy one. It's a Tracy McGrady's world is the best way I can describe it, man. Board. Yep. Up to Ben. Whoa, hop step. Hey, out to D-Rob. Green me. Yes, sir. We've extended the lead to 30 points. And this guy, Super Squid, I think has had enough. We get another rage quit. I know that is going to wrap it up for my 250k gameplay, guys. I really did enjoy participating in 250k. I hope they bring it back for next year. I don't want to say I wasn't good for the time being, but I learned a lot. I've learned a lot about the game since then. Not even was in the game back then. So there's just so much difference between the game, but between the time that this game was released and the time that 250k was played, that's probably 4 months, 5 months, right? And there's been more time since 250k to now, since when the game was released to 250k. So obviously I'm going to know a lot more about the game. But yeah, this was the squad I ran with, and just looking at these squads, or looking at this squad, it is a little bit outdated, but you can still compete with these guys. You really, really can, especially like the Giannis, T-Mac, those types of cards are still pretty good in this game. They really, really are. Even Kawhi can hold his own, and obviously the Evo D-Rob is doing his thing. But like I said, that's going to wrap it up with this video today. Again, huge shout out to DBG because he did do a squad builder just the other day. His link to his video will be down in the description, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you are new. As always, man, I love y'all, and have a blessed day.